Something very strange just happened. I don't know what it was. Tonight, I have my low-budget color 1970s color filter on because we're going to talk about The Devil's Nightmare. Can you be possessed by the devil? With that tongue, you probably can. Yeah, that's an actual lobby card. So, The Devil's Nightmare, aka Castle of Death. That sounds pretty ominous, doesn't it? And I think I mentioned last week that really this isn't the devil's nightmare. Probably more like your nightmare. It's a 1971 Kunkara / Lecoq production. Hence the low budget. We're bringing it down here at the Late Night Picture Show tonight. European style. The director is Jean Brismet. Yeah, you've all heard of him. And it stars Erica Blanc. You may have seen her in some other movies. So the story, I know you're going to find this hard to believe. We have a wealthy family living under a curse. Yeah, that's right. They're there in their little castle. Brother, sister, aunt, uncle, whatever, grandma, grandpa. Family curse. Well, we start out in the 40s with a Nazi baron who kills his own baby. Just to get us off to a kind of a shocking start. But then we flash forward to 1971, and a busload of tourists gets lost and finds himself at the castle. So a weird-looking chap in a turtleneck, maybe like me. I have a turtleneck. He directs them to the castle, and they find refuge there at the Baron's castle. Led in by a creepy butler. Yeah. What rich family doesn't have a creepy butler? He shows them to their rooms, but yeah, nobody's sleeping. So, the 7 tourists... What is wrong with my hair? Let's see if I can get a comb through this thing. The 7 tourists represent the 7 deadly sins. In one form or another. I'll read through them here. We have a gluttonous bus driver, a lustful brunette, a sleepy blonde, a greedy wife, a lion-ass husband, a pissed-off old guy, and don't forget the priest. Yeah, we got a priest. And he's cocky. He's quite sure of himself. So there you go. 7 deadly sins. Well, being a European picture, the action starts pretty quickly here. With the two girls, that be the lustful brunette and the sleepy blonde. They start getting it on. Little lesbian action. Lipstick lesbian action. And while that's going on, the wife gets a tour of the Baron's laboratory. That's right. He's a mad scientist, Baron. My favorite kind. When I was a little kid, I wanted to be a mad scientist when I grew up. Now look what happened. I got out of high school. I went to circus college. And I worked for the circus. For 30 years. Maybe now's my chance to become a mad scientist. I'll have to get a chemistry set. Anyway, I digressed. The priest kicks some ass at chess. Man of God, master chess player. All in one. Well, who comes knocking at the back door? We can't just have this go on all night. Why, it's a curvy red-headed gal with pale eyes and high cheekbones. Yeah, Erica Blanc. Pretty much. Now the party can really get started. Because, see, her name's Lisa, and Lisa is a succubus. Look it up. One by one, she feeds the sins of the guests until they succumb to horrific deaths. Fed to death, drown in gold flakes. You get the idea. The cheating husband and the brunette temptress, who swings both ways, they head to the attic for a little hanky-panky. But instead, he gets guillotined. Right there in the attic. Yeah, they got a guillotine in the attic. I don't know why I don't have a guillotine in my attic. What the hell? Oh, I don't have an attic. Maybe I'll get one in the garage. She's so horrified by her lover's, or potential lover's, beheading that she backs herself right into the Iron Maiden. Yep. Now, if you're actually going to watch this and you don't want any spoilers, you can tune out. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Maybe with Charlie. But I'm going to go on. The succubus has them all killed but the priest. When wait, it was all a dream? Or was it? Morning comes and 6 of the 7 load back on the bus. Or is that a dream? Anyway, the priest stays behind, convinced that he can save Lisa, or maybe at least bang her. It is Europe. Everybody sleeps with everybody, right? So they stand on the balcony, waving at the bus as it drives down the road. And the guy in the turtleneck, he's smiling. I don't know. What the hell? What do you want from a European picture from 1971? Okay, so does that sound pretty far-fetched? Well, it is. The whole thing is pretty far-fetched. But that doesn't mean we don't have fun along the way. It's pretty good. The cast is good. Despite the fact that they have to play a caricature of each of the 7 deadly sins, they're still convincing. And Erica Blanc, as she is in every picture from the era, is stunning. Except when that thing happens to her face. Succubus stuff. So, I called this a nice trip down 1970s drive-in Euro trash lane. That's a place I frequent. 1970s drive-in Euro trash lane. Well, there you have it. The Devil's Nightmare, or Castle of Death, whatever your box says. I imagine there's a bunch of VHSs floating around there that say Castle of Death. I got it in a 2-pack DVD with Messiah of Evil. Yes, The Devil's Nightmare, Messiah of Evil. Pretty good 2-pack. I guess I should mention that I gave this a 3. 3 rings. 3-ring circus on the late night picture show, The Devil's Nightmare, 1971. Now I'm going to pick a movie. I won't be here next week. Got things going on. But I will be here the week after. And I might have Charlie co-clowning with me. Now, if that happens, we'll review a movie that he and I have both seen, likely during the week, because he hasn't seen a lot of these movies. And no, we're not going to watch a Jess Franco movie with Charlie. Not quite yet. I'm going to pick a movie from the bucket, just in case Charlie doesn't have a movie or doesn't want to come. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to pick a movie and I'm not going to tell you what it is. Let me get out of the way here and let Monkey have a little bit of time at the... Yeah. Maybe Monkey could co-host the show with me one time too. I need to get some of my clown friends to come co-host with me. Y'all would like that, right? Okay. This is a standard that you've all seen, so this is what I'll be reviewing if Charlie doesn't come. Or maybe we'll watch this movie together, because this is from the 50s and perfectly acceptable for a 7-year-old by the time we come back in 2 weeks. A 7-year-old to watch. And as Don Rickles in it. Is there anything really better than that? Don Rickles. Yeah. So there you go. I'm not sure what we'll be reviewing in 2 weeks, but we'll be reviewing something. This is Murph with Durf. This has been the Late Night Picture Show. Good night, kids. See you in a couple of weeks.